Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer. My friends call me Miss DeWalt. In this video, I'm going to be doing my review of the DCN680 20 volt max 18 gauge cordless brad nailer by DeWalt. I've wanted this brad nailer for quite some time, and what really sold me was the flexibility that it offers me going cordless as opposed to my old handy dandy boss stitch. This has been good to me. I've gotten through like the last 3.5 years building flags and building other crafts and doing some projects around my house, but it really was time to upgrade, and just being able to go anywhere in the house or anywhere on my property with a battery operated tool as opposed to having to hook up to electric and having a hose is open up a world of difference and possibilities for me. So I got this brad nailer from Acme Tools. I am an affiliate, and I'll include a link if you'd like to shop for this or any other product that they offer. I really wanted to try it out and use it for about a month before I did this review so that I could kind of test out the kinks and give you my honest opinion of it. So without further ado, I'm going to go over the parts and the terminology of the gun. Before I start, I want to stress that if you've ever been around guns, I treat this as if it is an actual loaded weapon. You just have to really respect what it can do with any power tool, but especially something that can fire a projectile nail at you. You really want to be careful. You don't want to point it at anybody. You always want to wear your safety glasses. I'm amazed at the things I see where people aren't wearing safety glasses. That's obvious. You always want to do that. I've not actually had a nail shoot into my finger directly, but I have taken a misfire that maybe I was aiming here and nail decided to take a turn and like the tip went into my finger and it bleeds pretty bad. So it's not going to make for a happy day if you do not abide by the safety guidelines. When I'm working and I'm doing a bunch of brad nails, this is pretty loud when it goes off, so I do protect my ears as well. But if you can only protect one thing when you're using this, definitely make it your eyes. So you don't want to be one of those people that said, I wish I would have. Just always put on your eye protection. So without further ado, I'm going to go over the parts. First of all, your trigger is right here. And the trigger lock is located right by it. There's a little picture of the lock, which you press in to lock it. And then to unlock, it has an unlock. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. So the manual suggests keeping it locked and keeping the battery off of it when not in use. The depth adjustment. Okay, there's a wheel right here that you can kind of watch in this window, and so I'm gonna turn the wheel and then you can watch the tip of this pin move as well. So you just like roll the wheel, and as you do that, the nose tip adjusts. Okay, then to insert the battery, slide that on like that. I love the batteries that have the indicator that show how much life you have left. That is a wonderful and fabulous thing. Some of the other 20 volt max batteries, you're working along and all of a sudden it's like a sudden death. They last a long time, but I don't like that they don't have an indicator and just up out of nowhere your battery dies. But I guess that's why you have like 10 backups that should be charged. So anyway, so when you press the trigger, the headlights automatically come on, and I think it's cute they call them headlights. So they automatically come on whenever you press the trigger, whenever you depress the nozzle, and whenever you insert a battery. So if you have and they last for 20 seconds. Anytime you do any of those things, it's automatically timed for 20 seconds. So if you have just a right flashing light, that would indicate that you have a jam. If you have just a left flashing light, that would indicate you have a low battery. So here's the magazine. To load it, you just depress that button right there and it slides out. And this gun can accommodate fasteners ranging in size from 5/8 of an inch to 2 1/8 inch. To load your brads, just slide this closed. carefully. There were a couple people on my DeWalt owners Facebook page that said they've had people misuse that and they think it's fun to slam it shut and it damages the gun. So don't do that. Okay, so right here you can see in the magazine, it's clear. And that is so you can see how many brads you have left. And just from personal experience, I know when I've been working, my gun will just stop firing and I think I have a jam. But what it's really telling me is that I've gotten down to like the last 10 or so brad nails and I need to put another strip of them in there and then voila, it's fixed, it'll work. So if you do get a jam though, the manual is very clear. The first thing they want you to do is remove the battery and put on the lock. And then you can go ahead and start opening things up. You want to go ahead and remove any extra nails. You might want to use this button to clear. You got to open this part up on the top. If you ever have a jam that is just super, super bad, here's a stall release lever that will help you to clear that jam. And the couple jams that I have had have either fallen right out from the top, or if it's bad enough, if the jam needs a little extra help, you could just slide your row in there and then push them out. And that should clear it. So, okay, and then to redo it, you just put those little pins, catch on the front of that firing pin, and you just shut it. The manual says the tool disables itself automatically whenever you have a jam, so you'll have to remove the battery and put the battery back in to reset the tool. So smart, these things. These little tips. This is a little contact tip that's on the no-mar pad. Obviously, if that was off of there, it would just be metal going onto your wood, and you don't want to leave marks in what you're working with. So they do give you, there's a tip that came on the gun, but there also are two backups. DeWalt, I would suggest, if I can throw my 2 cents in here, making those yellow because I had one fall off and I had a heck of a time finding it here in my mess of a shop. So that's just my own 2 little cents from Miss DeWalt. I would not make them clear, I would make them colored. And I have good eyes, so I can't imagine people that have eyes that are worse than mine, because you might as well just forget about it. Next, this is called the Sequential Selector switch. And I'm going to repeat that 10 times. Okay, and it is located right here. You'll see there is a picture of one nail, and then if you slide it, there is like a rapid fire. It has 3 nails. And what that is for is you would want to have it on single. If you have like, say you're working on something and you have longer nails and you're going to have very methodical placement of where you're shooting the nails, and it's going to be intermittent. That would be the selection you would want to have. If you wanted rapid fire, that would be maybe shorter nails. And if you were just going to do like a quick succession, so like they call that the bump action. So that would be what you would want to set it on. I'm more the single shot type. That's usually what I keep it on all the time. Okay, other things worth mentioning, you got a belt loop right here, which is reversible. So I generally don't wear a tool belt, but a lot of people do, and they're up on a ladder. So if you are, say you're left-handed, this is, you can remove it and you can put it on this side so that when you're working, you can just slide that and holster it that way. So the projects that I've mainly used this brad nailer on so far have been my flags, which are pretty much every day I build those. I've done a couple crafts, like my little picnic tables behind me. I did a closet upstairs where I took strips and made like a faux paneling look. So most of the projects I've worked with have been like a softer wood. I use a lot of pine, but I have used my brad nailer on some other types of wood. I did oak, I did something I think was cherry, and I've not had any trouble with the brad nails, you know, not going in all the way. If you do have that trouble, just adjust the depth. That should take care of that. Some of the things I've heard, I think most of the reviews online have been very positive. There are a couple people that did say that they use their tool all day, every day. That's not mainly the case for me. I might use my tool for maybe an hour. I use it daily, but not all day, every day. So if that is your category, you might want to get a couple of these. So overall, I'm really, really very happy with my purchase. I can't really even say anything negative about it. I definitely think it was well worth the money. If you want to find this or any DeWalt tool or any other brand tool, please use my Acme affiliate link. I've made over, I don't even know, over 100 YouTube videos and over 200 TikTok videos. I have yet to make a dime from any of them. So if you like my channel, and if you would like to support my work and support me by ordering through that Acme tool link, I would really appreciate it. And if you have any questions that I forgot to cover, just drop them in the comments. Please subscribe. Please like, please ring the bell so that you will get an alert. And I hope to do more tool reviews in the future because God knows I got them around. I might as well tell you stories about how I use them and the functions of them. So as always, I appreciate the support and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.